So I was traveling through the surgery ward a few days ago, looking for a case to present to my teachers. And I came across this boy. He was 7 years old and he suffered from a condition that is known as annular pancreas. Now, this is a condition when the pancreas wraps around your duodenum, and you might have a lot of symptoms due to the obstruction that comes with it. So he had vomiting, he had nausea, he had recurrent pancreatitis, which is inflammation of the pancreas recurrently. Now, when I talked to him, I took the entire history. He told me that he had to be admitted every now and then, every 2 to 3 months. And he knew that once he gets discharged from here, this episode might recur again, just as it has been the previous few years or so. Getting admitted every time, knowing that whenever he gets discharged, just waiting that when the next episode will occur, and hoping that it isn't as severe as this one. I tried to empathize with him, tried to ask him how his life was as compared to the other peers around him. Did he play with his friends? How did he spend his life? How did he feel about his life? He was obviously anxious, but he was hopeful that this will improve soon. Now, as I was talking to him, his mother opened up to me. She told me that it's been a really difficult time for her. She has to come every time this boy gets admitted, stay with him. And this is not something that she's doing out of compulsion. She would rather leave everything else than leave him alone in the hospital. So she was ready to come every time. But for that, she had to leave her job. She was a domestic worker and she used to work in different houses to gather enough money so that she could pay for his treatment and she could pay for the entire expenses of the house. Now, this is a government hospital. A lot of it is free, but a lot of the medication that he would have taken later would have to be paid by her, and there are other expenses that come along with it. So she said that this was a very difficult phase where she had to somehow just get all the money to finance the entire therapy, his education. She also had another children. Over and above that, she also had to take periodic holidays from her job to attend to him whenever he got admitted. And this was not okay in a lot of households. And even when they felt empathetic towards her to keep their work going, a lot of them requested her to leave the work because they just couldn't handle so many holidays. And she now had a very few jobs. That is when it struck me that whenever we meet a lot of patients in the OPD, in the wards, we talk to them, they are in pain, we feel empathetic with them, we converse with them, we try to calm them, to assure them that this is going to be fine. As students, that's the best thing that we can do. But we don't really talk to the relatives regarding their pain, their stress, and the way that they are handling this situation along with the patient. A lot of them might be in a complete mental distress, wherein they're just trying to make enough money, trying to just sustain the entire phase where their loved ones are getting operated, they're getting the therapy that they need. But at the same time, just hoping that they can manage everything all together, their own work, the time that they're giving to their loved ones. It changed my way towards interacting to these patients. Nowadays, whenever I go to a patient, I try talking to the relative, asking them if they are in a lot of stress and what is it that is their concern. If there's something that I can resolve, if there's something, a medical terminology, something that they can't understand regarding the condition or regarding what is going to happen next. In our setup where everyone's overworked, this is the least that we can do to help the patients and the doctors. I also went to our medical social welfare department, and I got to know that this is a department that has to be there attached with each hospital according to an MCI rule, and they facilitate a lot of therapies for the patient and the finances that they need to arrange for things that are not free. But there's a lot of paperwork, a lot of process that is involved in that. And I try to learn, I try to get information about all the process that is there and how much time does it take approximately. And this is something that I think a lot of us can do. We can just inquire about the entire process, so that whenever we think that a patient is in need, we can at least explain it to them. Because misinformation is something that is rampant in the entire hospital among the patients. If they get to know about things, and if they get to know the process, they can at least be more informed, take better decisions, be a little less stressed about the situation. Because as medical students, if we need to help someone, we don't need to go far away. We just need to open our eyes and look around us.